The following TV show is sponsored by Conceptos Group of Companies. Conceptos Construction. Expresa Marketing en La Grota Ristorante. Paula Zavala.
Hey, how are you? Welcome another Monday, another beautiful week. Welcome to Cooking with Paula. Welcome to my kitchen. How are you, Rosanita? Welcome to our show. How are you today?
Oh my God. Do you see something different around me? What do you see?
I know.
I didn't move. I've just changed. I just changed everything to be here outdoor because the weather is magnific. The weather is fantastic. So I feel excited, joyful, happy, fortunate, lucky, bright, everything. And mostly because I'm with you.
I know. And you know what? After the show, just wait for me there because I'm going to be right in there.
Don't forget to bring the food.
Of course, no.
So what are you gonna make? Listen, I'm doing fantastic. I cannot complain. The weather has been so amazing. Yesterday, you know what? It was my birthday, because we cooked together, and it was as beautiful as today. So I cannot complain at all. So I'm so happy and so fortunate. So I can't wait to see what you're gonna cook today.
Thank you. We just really needed the vitamin D, everyone, isn't it? We really needed the vitamin D, the beautiful sun. All right, so welcome everybody. I have my stove on and I am so excited to share this recipe with you because this is how this recipe started. A few days ago, I said, what am I going to do during the show? I opened my pantry and I said, I know what I'm making. I'm going to use tuna because who doesn't have a can of tuna in your fridge? Wait, this is such an easy recipe, very Mexican, super, like a great recipe for now, for the outdoors, for the weather, this is what I feel like these days. So I said, you know what, let's just make Mexican tuna tostadas. And it's such an easy recipe, you will see. Okay, but enough talking, let's start cooking, everyone. So these are the ingredients for today's recipe. We need,
go ahead,
half an onion diced, 1 garlic chopped. We need 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 2 tomatoes diced, please, 1 diced jalapeno pepper, 2 tablespoons of chopped cilantro, fresh, 1 can of tuna. We need a tablespoon of chipotle peppers, and we're going to talk about that. A teaspoon of dried oregano, 1 bay leaf, and then to put on top of our tostadas, we can do avocado, we can do a little bit of shredded cabbage, and you will see how easy that is to make. So everybody, welcome. Are you, Rosana, ready? Are you hungry?
I am ready. And you know what? Everybody has, I'm pretty sure, that the tuna can, because that's the first thing that everybody bought before start everything, the
craziness.
That's true. So everybody has that in the counter. So let's start.
Exactly. You're totally right. And I think for those people that bought towel paper and tuna cans, this is the time to use them, guys. All right. So you see, remember, as every time we cook, you have the recipe, you chop, you measure, you cut as much as you can. So you have all your ingredients ready. And then when I see this, I'm like, Mexican. This is 100% Mexican. When you see the recipe, the ingredients on your board, then you know exactly what it is. You don't miss any ingredient. You don't have accidents. You're like, okay, fine. That's easy. I understand. All right. So the first thing we're going to do, I have already my diced onions and my diced garlic. So I'm going to add olive oil into my pan. So a little bit of olive oil. And as we always say, what goes first, onions or garlic? By now, guys, everybody knows. First you put the onions.
Garlic.
And then you put the garlic. Rosana. Why is it? Because the garlic burns faster. So we start with our onions. So we need the oil to be very hot. You see how
That's what I'm gonna say.
Exactly. It's boring. Nothing is happening.
It
So we
doesn't
need to
sound.
wait. We need to wait.
And you know what, Paula? Look at the colors. Look at the colors. The
Look at
red,
this.
the green. It's so beautiful. It invites you.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful. All right, so we're gonna
Green.
add onions over here. We're just going to saute our onions until they caramelize a bit. And hey, I didn't want to chop the tomatoes because this is something that all the time people ask me, how do you dice the tomatoes? In Mexican cuisine, we use tomatoes all the time. I don't care how much they are. It's one of those things that you have in your fridge. Every Mexican house has to have tomatoes and cilantro and jalapeno.
True.
Okay, so I have my tomato here, has been washed. I have round tomato and plum tomato. I wanted to show you guys the difference. It doesn't really matter. We use the plum tomato a lot in Mexican food, but you can also use the round tomatoes. So I have a knife. I have my full tomato here. So I'm just going to make some slices. But as you can see, I am not going all the way down. Look, I'm not chopping all the way down. I still have one piece, right? I'm going to flip it to the other side. I'm going to make some cuts as well. Not all the way down. So I still have one piece. I'm going to put that upside down, and then I'm chopping. And then by doing
Paula,
this, yes.
Paula, the tomato, it has to be a little bit hard. It can be softy, and because if not, you cannot dice in that way, right?
Exactly. You know, how do you know? The tomato has
that happened to me.
Yeah, it has to be soft, right? So it has to be soft, but not way. Sorry, guys, not way too soft. That is that is just water already, right? Like it's already tomato juice.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have to be a bit firm. Like they just really have to have some. They have to be a bit firm. All right. So I'm gonna do the same with my other round tomato, and just see how easy this is to make. So in a few, honestly, in a minute, that's it. You dice your tomato. Again, I'm not going all the way down. I am not. I repeat. Then I flip it to the other side. But I'm still, if there's one piece here, all right?
Yeah. And it tastes different, Paula? It tastes different, those kind of tomatoes?
Yes, these tomatoes, the round tomatoes, have more water. But this is the season where you're going to start seeing, look, you're going to start to see a lot of tomatoes. And oh my God, the Ontario tomatoes, all the kinds of tomatoes that we get in Ontario, Canada, are amazing. But anywhere you are in the world, the tomato season is approaching. So yes, any tomato.
It's true. It's the Italian sauce to make.
Oh my God, right. I know. You know how here in Canada, there's a lot of people, Italian people, and they make amazing Italian tomato sauce.
I know.
Once a year in the summer, they do it in their garage, and it's amazing to watch.
Yeah.
I have some friends that are Italian, and I just spectacle. It's amazing. Just to see how they do it, and they peel the tomatoes, and it's just amazing.
It's amazing.
You know, I did it once. And I got a bunch of tomatoes, and I was so excited. After a few hours, I was like exhausted. I said, I'm done. I'm not going to do that anymore.
And you know why? Because you are not Italian. You're Mexican.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly. I know. You know, in Mexico, we don't peel the tomatoes. We use the seeds. We use the skin, everything.
Yeah, and you don't have a nonna. You know the nonna?
Exactly.
The grandma. So friend of mine.
We have an abuela.
Abuela, yeah. Friend of mine, her nonna. Oh my God, she made a delicious, amazing tomato sauce for the lasagna. Oh my goodness. You know who you are, Sammy. Sammy, also known as Gugu, my friend. Oh my Lord, it's amazing the way that the nonna made that. Okay,
oh my God.
Let's back to Mexico.
So guys, I added garlic. You saw I added my diced garlic. So everything is here caramelizing beautifully. Now we're gonna add our tomatoes. See how much tomatoes I got? How much?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot. So I'm just gonna put my tomatoes on my onions on my pan over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see you in half an hour because this is gonna take me a long time to finish. I'll be back in half an hour. Okay, quickly. So my tomatoes in my pan. Let's do this. All right, so I'm using my hands. Your hands is the best tool ever. You just have to wash them really.
Yeah, clean hands.
And very often. All right. So we're mixing our tomatoes.
What is the next steps that you're gonna put on the pan?
Yes, so we're gonna season.
The next
Let's
ingredient.
start seasoning our pan here. So I'm just gonna add salt.
Mm-hmm.
I love kosher salt. Kosher or sea salt are my favorite salts. Oregano. So I'm using Mexican oregano. I'm sure you guys have seen at the stores that it says Mexican oregano. It's different, the dried Mexican oregano, than the Italian Mexican oregano, for example. The Mexican one is very citrus, very lemony. It's really nice. The Italian is more woody. It just tastes more like wood. It's more serious. But the Mexican, right? Exactly. But
So the Mexican oregano is like you guys.
Yeah,
Happy,
Mexican oregano.
citrus. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, it is Monday. All right, so that's it. So I added oregano. And did you see how when you grab the dry oregano, you break it? So you release all those oils that it's gonna give this a great flavor.
Good.
It's kind of like you're wake up, babe, wake up.
Yeah, and improve the flavor, right? Mixing with the onion, the tomato.
Absolutely, yes. I'm gonna add one bay leaf.
Is that dry?
Is that dry? Yeah, that is dried bay leaf. So when I came to Canada 15 years ago, is when I started hearing chefs here saying, "Oh no, bay leaf. You have to put the whole thing in your soup or in your dish, and then after it's cooked, you remove the bay leaf because our bodies will not digest the bay leaves." Yeah. And I was just thinking, because in Mexico you can buy crushed dried oregano. That's how you buy it. So we eat it. And guys, for millions of Mexicans, we have not died from bay leaves. We're here. So it's funny. And yeah, it's right. Yeah, it is right. It's hard to digest, but we eat them crushed. Isn't it funny?
Yeah. It's a culture.
Yeah, it's
definitely a culture. Every country has that little details in the gastronomy, right?
So right away, you can see some of this juice, amazing tomato flavor. But because I want my dish to be really tomatoey, really tomatoey, so this is optional, guys. I have some tomato paste that you can use. Actually, this is not in the recipe, but if you have tomato paste, so you can put a teaspoon, so that looks more red. You want to have
the color.
It has a deepened tomato flavor, so you add like another layer in there. Another thing
this is the top secret, Paula. This is the top secret ingredient.
Exactly. I'm going to add my jalapeno pepper. Again, we have talked about jalapeno peppers. In the scale from 1 to 10 of how spicy it is, jalapeno is number 1. Come on, guys. Jalapeno is like, okay?
For me, it's number 10.
Super healthy. Super healthy. So our jalapeno goes in right there.
I'm so scared to put that on my recipe, Paula, to be honest with you. I'm not prepared for that fake scale like number 1. No, for me, that's going to be like number 10.
No. Honestly, Rosana, the peppers are so healthy. They are so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's talk about chipotle peppers. So a chipotle pepper, we use dried peppers in Mexico all the time. We have hundreds of different fresh peppers and we dry them. We sun dry them. Once we dry our peppers, we give them another name because they taste completely different. And the best example is the chipotle pepper. So these chipotle peppers that we can buy in a small can that are very inexpensive, by the way, when these peppers are fresh, you know what they are? They are jalapeno peppers.
Oh, really?
It is the same product. So when we dry the jalapeno, it becomes a chipotle. We call them chipotle because the flavor is unique and it's completely different than when the jalapeno is fresh. So you can buy a can. I'm going to show you a can, how you buy it. But guys, I'm going to cover the brand because we're not sponsored yet.
Exactly. Yet.
Is chipotle pepper. So you buy this little can, right? You open it. And then what I do, I transfer the can in a small jar so then I can keep this in the fridge because we're never, please guys, do not store any cans in your fridge. That is terribly dangerous. You can get botulism from it. So it's a big, huge no. As soon as you open a can and you don't finish, transfer it to a glass container or a plastic container, whatever it is. Yeah. So I have my chipotles here and I like to use the juice. These chipotles, they come with this really nice juice plus the peppers here. So I'm going to show you a one large pepper. That's it. Look at this. A huge, large chipotle pepper. You can either get a pepper and chop it like finely with a knife. But I also, look, I'm going to add just the juice here. And with some pieces of the pepper, that's fine. This might be a little bit hot. So you see how I crave it, but it all depends on how you like it. Well, I'm not looking for super spicy food. I'm looking for flavor. What else can you use instead of chipotle peppers?
Yes, really please. Nothing. What?
Really nothing. Really, Rosana. Why? Because the chipotle peppers have a very unique flavor. It's like saying, okay, what can I use instead of a pomegranate? Well, it's very unique. Yeah. Right? So a pomegranate is, or what can I use instead? So there are some things that are just very beautifully unique. Okay.
No, but I skip that step.
Okay, Rosana, come on. So we added our chipotle pepper. Now we call this a sofrito. This sofrito is full of flavor.
In Spanish, yeah. Guys, remember we have the same show in Spanish every Friday at 5 o'clock by Genesis 360. So if you want to see or learn also Spanish, please join us and subscribe to Genesis 360 so you can see the same show in Spanish every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time.
Exactly. So I added my cilantro, fresh cilantro. Remember, cilantro is really, really like, I'm here. Cilantro needs a beer. That's it.
True.
All right. So I added my
cilantro. I need a beer with this weather. Right? Oh God, I'm missing my beer.
I know. Well, I have been working on my computer outside in my backyard, and I'm loving it. Yeah. We deserve it. We deserve this beautiful weather after all this craziness and after all those months of really cold weather in Canada. So we really, truly deserve this beautiful spring, summer temperature.
100%. So, Paula, how long have you been cooking the sofrito?
You see,
like 10 minutes?
Maybe 10 minutes. As long as you see that everything is kind of soft and the tomatoes are cooked and this looks really red. So at this point, now I'm going to add my tuna. So this is canned tuna, all right, with no water or oil, nothing. This is just dried the tuna. You can buy any kind of tuna. I love the white tuna. That's my favorite. I find it is less fishy. So
that was my question. What is the reason?
Just the white tuna is a bigger fish, it's a larger fish. So it is just the flavor. I find it is just not as fishy as the other ones. Okay. But it's totally up to you. Whatever tuna you enjoy and you like, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. So look at this.
Yeah, see how everything is mixed and combined with the color of the tuna and the color of the other ingredients.
Exactly. Look at this.
Yeah.
So how are we going to present this dish? I'm going to show you 2 different ways how you can serve this, and you're going to love it. So the first one, first of all, you know what we're going to do, Rosana? I'm going to try this. because you always have to try your food before you serve.
That's my job, remember?
No, I'm sorry, but that is my job. Okay,
For
guys,
now,
let's
baby,
try it.
for now.
Let's try our tuna. There's really nothing to be cooked when you add the tuna, right? So your tomato, your sofrito has been already cooked. So I'm just gonna try. There's nothing, I'm not worried about anything being raw. So let's try.
Come on.
It's truly
No,
delicious.
no way.
The bay leaf, the oregano is moist because of the tomatoes. The tuna is fulfilling. It's just beautiful, amazing. And you see how it doesn't have that much water, okay? Like it's kind of like, it's moist, but it's dry. It's not soupy. If you find that your dish has a lot of water, just continue simmering until the water absorbs, okay?
Okay, okay.
So actually, I'm gonna turn it on for a bit more. And this is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna get a corn tortilla. We have been talking about corn tortillas.
Yes.
There is a difference between a corn tortilla and a flour tortilla, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gonna do is I have here some oil in the back. I'm going to make a little taquito. So a little bit
Say it again.
a little
Taquito.
a little
cute.
Mexican taquito, taco mexicano, guys, taco mexicano. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little bit of my tuna filling. I'm gonna put it here on my tortilla on one half, there. Now we're going to fold the tortilla in half, and I am going to put a little toothpick here to close it.
Okay.
All right, and now I am going to fry.
Oh, you didn't mention anything about the oil.
Yes, that is oil in there.
Yeah.
I have my tongue here.
Oh my God, I never see that before, seriously. And is that like quick,
Look
the
at
way
it.
that you fry?
Exactly. So I'm just gonna leave it for a few seconds while I clean up my mess over here.
Oh,
Let's clean up. Now, guys, I will truly recommend warm up your tortillas before you make the taquitos in half so they don't break, okay?
Okay.
Please do it, because I can see here there's a little bit, it really is broken a little bit. Hold it to the other side.
But if the people doesn't, Paula, if the people doesn't want to fry, they can just put warm on the pan, side to side, and eat it?
Absolutely. Or you can have a tostada, that we're going to talk about the tostada too.
Okay.
So we're going to fry. Guys, this kitchen smells like truly Mexico.
Listen, being here outside, all the insects are around me.
Yes. Oh my
They
goodness.
fly. I don't know where it's going. Scary.
I'm going to put my taquito in here. We're going to wait so we drain the oil. Look at this.
Oh my God.
We're just going to wait. We're going to put this on the side. All right. So we are continuing here drying our tuna. So when you make these taquitos, they are called, these are called pescadillas. They come from
that's the real name?
Pescadillas. That comes from the word pescado, and it's a taco of pescado, like fried pescado taco, fried fish taco, right? The tuna. But hey, if you don't want to make this mess, you don't want to deep fry your tortillas, that's totally fine. I'm going to give you another idea what you can do with this. But maybe we should clean up our station, go to a break, and then when we come back, I'm going to show you how to make these beautiful tostadas.
Yeah, we'll be back. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Conceptos Group of Companies. We have over 30 years of successful experience in the industrial, pharmaceutical, and food construction area. Check our website, conceptos.ca, or contact us at 647-809-6900. 6218. Conceptos Group of Companies, building your dreams. We are La Grota on Main and contributing to the policies implemented by the province of Ontario in this situation that should you need us all, we will only be receiving delivery orders through our email lagrotaonmain@gmail.com or by our telephone 647-328-0208. With our recognized quality and excellent service, we continue to deliver as always our exquisite menu at La Grota on Main. A delight on the palate. La Grota on Main Restaurant, Unionville, Markham.
Welcome back, everyone. In this house, we are hungry and it smells like Mexico. All right, Rosana. So, are you ready? We're gonna play another idea of how you can eat this beautiful fish tuna tostadas. Tuna tostadas. But hey, before we serve, I want to tell everyone I have been doing some amazing virtual classes that we are all having so much fun, right, Rosana?
That's 100% true, and you learn a lot.
Exactly.
A lot, and it's like one-to-one.
Exactly. So what is a virtual class, guys? What is it? Well, you go to my social media, Paula Zavala Chef, and I post all the classes that I have for the upcoming week. And whatever you like, you just let me know. And I send you the ingredient list, and then you can register. And we see each other at the time. We all cook at the same time. You're from your own kitchen. And at the end of the class, turn off your computer, and dinner is ready. We're having so much fun, and I want you guys to know that you can cook. Everybody, we can all cook. If you have a kitchen, you can do all of this. It's easy, it's simple. You will be amazed of how many things you can do, and it's not as complicated as a lot of people think, right?
Yeah, and also you have the veggie option, right? For whoever is just vegan.
Absolutely. Every Tuesday, I have a vegetarian and vegan class, absolutely, with great ideas. And please, guys, everybody, don't forget to subscribe to Genesis 360. There are so many amazing and very interesting shows. Please check our shows. There are so many great things in English and in Spanish. So I will welcome you, please, to subscribe, to share, to like. You will be amazed of how much content we have in there. So 100%. Genesis 360.
100%. And I strongly recommend the Paula virtual classes, because if you gather a bunch of your friends, it doesn't matter if they're in different countries, you just have a lot of fun cooking and learning stuff that probably here is not enough time to do it, right?
Exactly. Like, don't you find that we are now emotionally closer to our family?
100%.
I have seen my family on the internet. Like, we have had family parties, way much more than before. True. And I don't understand why we didn't before, why we didn't talk to each other more, why we didn't see each other through our computer before, right? I know. So besides this tragedy and what everything has been happening and the craziness that has been happening, it's amazing to see how we are connecting. We're getting together. We're hugging each other with our eyes, with our smiles. We're hugging in a different way, and we are not alone. Yeah. So I really welcome you. These cooking classes is one way to connect with other people, to see other people, to have fun, to tell jokes, to cook. And then at the end, you can sit down with your family and all just pray around the table. So I find this is just beautiful. But you don't want too much talk to Rosana.
Yeah. I'm hungry already.
Okay, so you know, guys, what a tostada is? This is a tostada. This is a crispy tortilla. You buy them at the store. Don't think that I fried this. No, I did not. You buy them. They are called tostadas. Tostadas. And then this is a crispy toast tortilla. You know why we have this in Mexico? Because we eat fresh tortillas every single day.
True.
And then the next day, all the leftovers, what do we do with them? It's like in China or in Japan, in Asia, how they eat rice. So when the rice, they make rice every day. And the leftovers, they make fried rice.
Fried rice.
They use the fried rice to make, exactly, they use the old rice to make fried rice. In Mexico, we use the old tostadas to make, the old tortillas to make tostadas. So you get a super delicious, crispy shell. So I'm going to put that on my plate over here.
That's the second presentation.
Yeah, it's pretty. Look.
Right.
Then we're going to put our tuna right at the center. And guys, you can have this tuna dish cold at room temperature. You can totally do. It's perfectly fine. So it's totally up to you. So you have the tostada, you spread the dish, whatever you're doing, you can put refried beans, even rice, any picadillo, which is like chili, any shredded chicken, roasted chicken. You can do pretty much anything, whatever you like, right? So I'm gonna put my tostada in there. And then on top, I love to use this green cabbage. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing here. So I have a green cabbage, and I also have this mandolin. If you don't have one of these, don't you think you have to buy one? Don't spend, it's fine. You can do it with a knife. But since I have this mandolin, I thought I might as well show you how beautiful a mandolin is. So you get the cabbage, careful with your fingers, and then you're gonna quickly shred. So I'm being very careful with my fingers, guys. So you shred some of the green cabbage. Green cabbage is super healthy. It's full of vitamin C. Full of fiber and vitamin C. Okay, so cabbage. So I'm just gonna put my tostada, some green cabbage on top like this. This is gonna give our tostada another layer, crispy deliciousness. And then of course, Rosana and everybody, you guys know me. I'm the avocado lady.
The queen.
The queen of the avocados. So I'm just gonna cut an avocado that is already ripe. That's it.
A perfect green. Look at that.
A perfect avocado. We're gonna get a couple of slices like this. Guys, I am so hungry.
Do you put any lemon at the end? Because I know that you love put lemon.
I love lemon.
Everything.
You can. It's totally If you serve these tostadas cold, absolutely yes, with you can put lime juice. If it's hot like this, whatever you want. I mean, I'm never gonna say no to lime or lemon juice. It's just full.
I know. That's the reason why I ask you.
Exactly. So that's it. This is a Mexican tuna tostada. Let me go to this camera over here. Look at this. Look at this deliciousness.
Oh my God! And it looks simple. It looks, look at the colors. It looks simple.
Guys.
So don't do it. Don't do it. No. And it's gonna break everywhere. Oh my Lord. No way. Oh, my neighbors are here. Hey, look, everybody's going outside because the weather is just magnific. Magnific. Making noise. Thank you, guys.
The only thing we need with these tostadas is a Mexican beer. I'm sorry.
True.
Or a Mexican horchata water.
See?
Or a Mexican
you said that
water.
I was nervous. It's like, wow, you said beer? Where?
And that's it, guys. Super quickly, super easy, delicious. You can make tacos with this if you cannot find the tostada shells. Anything. Hey, the only thing that you cannot use is those other brand that I'm not gonna say, that it comes like a taco shell. Guys, no. That is absolutely no Mexican. That is completely Tex-Mex. I love Tex-Mex food, but no way. This is the same thing, but it's just flat. So if it's flat, it's Mexican. If it's in a taco shell, I'm sorry, but
it's gringo.
Exactly. I am sorry, but no, thank you, because I am Mexico. I am Mexican.
Okay. Paula, and if I don't like tuna, because I don't like tuna at all. I know that your recipe is tuna, is Mexican tuna tostadas, but I don't like tuna.
Not a problem. Instead of tuna, you can use shredded chicken, like rotisserie chicken from whatever the leftovers from the day
Leftover.
before. Absolutely. Shred the extra chicken, the leftovers, even turkey. You can also use ground beef. So you
Or
fry them, or ground beef.
Or how about the vegan or the vegetarian option, like mushroom or
Absolutely.
right?
You can do the cabbage. So you can shred a lot of cabbage and just mix it with the tomatoes and all that. You can also add some shredded carrots, even some zucchini. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Good.
Yeah.
Same base, onions, tomato, jalapeno, all the same
jalapeno,
base.
mushrooms, yeah, exactly, the cabbage, and then you make a really all those vegetables. You soften them up until you cook them with the tomatoes and the chipotles and all that. And that's
Beautiful.
it. You make the tostadas, you make the tacos, you make the small quesadillas. And guys, let me try this. Remember, we also fry it. So I
Oh,
have
I
my
wanna do
toothpick
it.
here. I have my toothpick. So I'm using my hands, but I'm gonna wash them again. So you take the toothpick out. Don't forget, and let's just try. Oh.
Oh, listen that sound. It looks like empanada. Mm. I never thought that I can fry that one, to be honest with you.
Mm.
So that give me an idea to put something inside and
Absolutely.
fry it. Mm.
Absolutely. I mean, I know it is kind of like deep fried. I know.
Yeah, well, but once at a time, like once a month, you can just,
Totally.
yeah,
You know, when you go to a restaurant, you know what is the dish, the number one dish that sells the most? Whatever is deep fried.
yeah,
Because we don't like to deep fry it at home,
yeah,
right? So every
yeah.
restaurant,
The
the deep fry,
smell, it's messy. Yeah.
exactly. But what I do when I deep fry it is I use a small pan. So I don't want to use a huge pan and having to use 3 cups of oil, and then what do you do with it?
Yeah,
So I
true.
use a small pan. I put enough oil. At the end of when I finish, I only have a little bit of oil, but I don't have 4 cups of oil to get rid
True.
of.
Yeah,
Exactly.
100%. Oh my God. Oh man. Well, you know what? It looks like the time is almost
Don't
over. It's
touch it.
but I'm so happy because I learned how to do tacos in a different way. It's not only the other version, like putting the on the pan, so you can also put in deep fry.
Yeah.
So I love it. I don't know,
Thank
guys, what do you think about this recipe? But I love it. Oh, I'm so excited. Ah!
Thank you, Rosana, and thank you that are at home in your car driving, careful on in your office. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for all your likes, your shares. Thank you so very much. I am so glad. We are super happy and glad to have this opportunity to connect with you. Um, Please check Genesis 360, Paula Zavala Chef on Instagram, Facebook, all the social platforms. And hopefully we'll see you again the next week with another easy recipe. And that's an amazing way to connect through the food, isn't it?
100%. Thank you so much, Paula, for let us go into your kitchen and learn new stuff. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
So see you again next Monday at the same time by the same channel, Genesis 360, with a new recipe. And if you can go outside, enjoy, but please, please be careful, okay? Also be respectful with the rest of the people wearing your mask or stay, the meters apart because we don't want that this situation still going or increase, okay? So let's try to keep the line flat or even better, go down.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
So
everyone. Stay
thank you
safe.
so much.
Nos vemos
And have a good,
pronto.
have a good week.
You too. Have an amazing week, everyone. See you next Monday. And muchas gracias. Bye bye. Gracias.
Bye.